Yokoso! Japanese Quest to it. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Today the journey continues in Dragon Quest XI. Gil, Sumu, ohayou. Good morning. Good to see you. Last week we played Dragon Quest I, because in this game we kind of saw a scene from Dragon Quest I. We had to go back to our roots. We beat Dragon Quest I. It's not on YouTube yet, but it will be. Today we'll go deeper in Dragon Quest XI and see what we can learn. So NX, DW, Gil, Sumu-san, ohayou. Good morning. Tabibito no Fudo. So it looks like we got a Traveler's Hood. Is that any good? Let's find out. Ah, that's what he's already wearing. Oh wait, you don't go to Dogu, you go to Sobi. Equipment. So yeah, that is not as good. You can look at the bottom there. Defense, Shuburyoku goes down, and attack power goes down too. So good morning everyone. Let's look at the plan. One good thing about these newer games, we have a Boken Gaido. Boken means adventure. And we can see what we need to do. Yaroya de yasunde. So first we take a rest at the hotel. Yoru ni nattara. So when it becomes night. Samari Joka machi ni aru circus tent ni ikou. So go to the circus tent. Let's do that. Sendalis, konnichiwa. Hello. And by the way, any new words today we can put here. This game we might see more words than we saw in Dragon Quest I. It's a newer game, tends to be more words. They're also voiced. They also have furigana, which is really nice. So if we have new words there, we can add some new words today. We can make our power level go up. Right now our power level is at 2236. Let's see how much by the end of stream we can get our power level to go up here with some new words. If they're not new, that's fine too. You can still add them, but they'll turn up green on here. Because they're a duplicate. Alright, let's go. Gil says, finish the basic grammar section of Take Kim's Guide today. Awesome! That's awesome. Yeah, it's a good guide for a basic foundation in Japanese grammar. Oh no! What? It's gonna be daytime? Oh no, I think we gotta wait till the nighttime. Yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, so we want to go maybe back to the inn. Where is the inn? Probably the place with the bed. I think straight ahead. Yeah, so in chat, if anyone's wanting to learn Japanese grammar, a good place to start, you can see at the bottom comment right now. Konnichiwa. Tabibito no yaroya e yokoso. So welcome to the Traveler's Inn. This is just the same thing they said in Dragon Quest I, I think. And would you like to stay? Yeah, let's say that. Tomaru. And I hope it will be night if we do this. Kendall says I also started with Take Kim's Guide. Yeah, a lot of people do, because it's free, it's got a good reputation. And yeah, it's a good place to start. When I started learning Japanese, it didn't exist, but if it did, I probably would have used it more too. When I took Japanese in college, I used the Genki series of books, which also has a pretty good foundation in Japanese grammar. Wait, so we want to rest until night. Can we do that? So instead of tomaru, which means to stay over, we'll do yasumu, to take a rest. And I think we want it night. yoru made, until night. We have a few different options if you break it down. So made means until, so asa made, until morning. Hiru made means until noon. Yugata made means until evening, and then yoru made means until night. And if any of these words we don't have yet, this could be a good time to add those to our power level. We probably have most of them, but maybe not all. So Gil says, I tried Genki, but was overwhelmed by the amount of vocab they introduced at once. Ah, yeah, fair enough. Take Him. They also introduced some vocab for each one, too, but you didn't find it as overwhelming. That's good to hear. Soredewa go yukuri. Oyasumi kudasai. Yeah, they do, but it's less at a time. Yeah, good to hear. Yeah, interesting comment, actually, because they do have a lot of vocab for each lesson in Genki. Apex says, I found Take Him a nice reference, but far too few examples and exercises to really absorb not much new material. So Apex, what did you like then? Yeah, I think everyone needs to find like kind of what works well for them. One really good source for grammar is a dictionary of basic Japanese grammar. Have you seen this one? Let me show you quick. Let's see here. So this dictionary of basic Japanese grammar right here, I highly recommend. It's got really good examples, a lot of examples. It breaks it down really well in English and with Japanese examples. So highly recommend this book. There's also an intermediate, advanced one. I have all of them. But really the one you most want is probably this basic one. It's a book, it's not free, but it's very, very good. So Tebi, konnichiwa, welcome. Apex says, Genki self-study plus 1 Ikani seem to cover most of my needs. That sounds good. Yeah, Genki is a pretty good foundation in grammar too. This, though, goes into a lot more detail if you want that. I found it very helpful. It's a reference, so you kind of read through it. And it's in alphabetical order. But, to me it was so good. When I was studying for N2 in Japan, I read through this whole book, and it just really helped me have a foundation in Japanese grammar. Anyway, shout out I like to do sometimes.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising, but not today yet. Okay, now should be night. Good.
Yo. Ha. Yo.
Yeah, I might as well do one other quick shout out for another book that doesn't really get enough attention, but does get some attention. This book here, Making Sense of Japanese. It's a short book. It's by Jay Rubin, Harvard professor and great translator of Murakami books and other things. And this just really helps you break down certain things that endlessly get discussed in the Japanese community. For example, there's one long chapter just on wa and ga and the difference there and how exactly Japanese sentences work. So for a big kind of wide lens perspective on Japanese grammar, highly recommend this book. Oftentimes when there's a debate that comes up on things like wa, the particle wa or ga, people reference this book and that kind of ends the argument. So if you want that kind of like wide range or wide lens perspective on Japanese grammar, this is highly recommended, Making Sense of Japanese. So yeah, both of these, if you want to get a good grounding in Japanese grammar and you want some new ideas, both of these very good. Dictionary of Basic Japanese Grammar, I'm sure you can find it on Amazon, and same with this small book, but some really good essays on Japanese grammar, Making Sense of Japanese, what the textbooks do not tell you. Couple shout outs there. And yeah, DW, Words, Gil, welcome. Welcome. Good to see everyone. Let's go. Anyone just joining the first time, I'm a Japanese teacher. What we do here, we learn Japanese from Japanese games. Right now, Dragon Quest 11, and we're going the wrong way. But the good thing in this game, you can see the map, you can turn around, and we'll find... and we'll go the right way. Hey says stream sponsorship when? Yeah, we'll see. Japanese Quest brought to you by some different books. Not a bad idea. So what we're doing is we're talking to the prince at this circus because he had some kind of secret conversation with us. We're talking to him because we want to find the branch to the world tree, I believe. So let's go. Ya, kita na. 約束通りサーカスを見ながら例の話を続きをしようじゃないか. Okay, so he's saying, so like we promised, how about we watch the circus and talk, have the talk we're going to talk about. So are you prepared to go in the tent? テントに入る準備はいいか? So junbi, preparation, are we prepared to go in the tent? I think we are. So we're going to go height. Couple other keywords. Yakusoku. Promise, and then yakusoku dori. So as we promised, let's watch the circus and have that conversation. So rei no means kind of the thing that we talked about, or that kind of secret thing. Rei no hanashi. The thing we talked about. So I see a question down here. Are there any good games for beginners in Japanese? Yeah, this question's come up a lot recently, and the ones that keep getting mentioned are pretty good suggestions. Yokai Watch is a good series, and then Ni no Kuni is another good series. So some good beginner games. Let's even put them on the screen because it keeps coming up. So Yokai Watch, I've not played, but I've seen it, and it keeps coming up as a good series for Japanese, for a first Japanese game, because there's Furigana, which helps you to read it, helps you to look things up, and it's a bit simpler. Another one is Ni no Kuni, and I recommend the first one. You can often find it on sale for a pretty good price too. And both of these games have Furigana, which helps you read it. This game has Furigana too, so this is not a bad choice either. And they're also a bit on the simpler size with the story in the Japanese. And another one that can be pretty good is Animal Crossing. Pokemon can be pretty good too. But these are the two that consistently get mentioned as two really good ones, so I'll put those there that maybe people haven't thought of. Headland, konnichiwa. But yeah, the number one kind of true recommendation is what Word said. The best game to play in Japanese is a game you've already played in English, and a game that you really love and are motivated to get through. And if you know it really well, that will help you playing in Japanese. You can kind of map the Japanese that you see onto what you already know. That's really the key. So yeah, if you've played these games, even more you want to play these games. Yeah, really you want to play a game that you know well, ideally. So are we prepared? Junbi wa ii ka? Hai. Yoshi. Ii henji da. So, good response. Henji means response or answer, and ii means good. So, mou sakasu wa hajimatteru you dashi. So it looks like the circus is about to begin. So let's go inside. Get ready. Get ready for the circus. Let's see if we can learn some words from it. Remember, words up here we can add as we see some new words from the circus. One word, power level goes up by 1.
さて、お次は世界を飛び回っては訪れた街を魅了して去っていく謎の旅芸人の登場だ.
Okay, new party member, welcome. Just in time for the circus. And so next he's saying, we have someone who travels around the world, captivating the different towns they visit. This is the Nazo no Tabi Geinin. So Nazo, mysterious, or mystery, or like a riddle. And then tabi means journey, and then tabi geinin means like a traveling performer, because geinin is like a performer. And then it is their tojo, so they are appearing and they are going to perform now. So let's take a look. Ooh, I think we see a new word we're leveling up on too. Cool. Let's keep going.
ルーローの旅芸人シルビア摩訶不思議なショーをとくとご覧あれ
Reggie, konbanwa. Good to see you. Red Tyrant. Ohayou. Good morning. And so yeah, with the traveling performer, and now we see the name. Shirubia. And what was the name in English for this character? I think it was like Sylvan, I want to say. So it's pretty much the same. And yeah, so now this strange show, let's watch it.
Hop! Hmm? Up. Hop. Hmm? Hi.
Oh yeah, Silvando is the name. Right words, thanks for the comment. How sugoi. It's not easy to do, to make balls turn into knives like that.
Hi.
Yokozo, Japanese custom.
大切なお客様に怪我などさせません。楽しんでいただけましたでしょうか。
Okay, so I will not injure our precious customers. Did you enjoy the show? Couple keywords that we're seeing there. Kyakusama means customers. Can be just kyaku as well. Sama makes it more respectful. And then he's not wanting to injure people, so kega is injury. So, kega nado sasemasen. I will not injure you. And did you enjoy the show? It's the last part there. Yeah, fairly dangerous trick because they're swords and they turn into fire. All those things are dangerous.
ありがとう。ありがとうございます。ありがとう。
みんなサーカスに夢中のようだな。ではそろそろ本題に入ろうか。これから言うことは口外しないでくれよ。
Okay, it seems like everyone's into the show, so let's get to our topic. Don't tell anyone else though.
今度騎士たちが乗馬の腕を競うファーリス杯っていうレースが行われるんだ。
Okay, so they're about to have this race where people show off how good they are at horse racing. Yeah, and it's the knights. Kishi means knight. And what are they doing? Joba no ude o kiso. So they're kind of competing with their ability. Ude means arm, but it also means ability. So their ability to ride a horse. Joba means horse riding. And it's funny to kind of talk about this as we're just juggling these knives the whole time. Daijobu? Can he keep going like this, or will he eventually drop one? Dekiru kana?
それに僕も出場するんだけど、一つだけ大きな問題があってね。実は。
Okay, so again, this is the prince, and he's saying I have to go to this race too, but there is a big problem. 大きな問題があってね. So there is a big problem. 問題 is problem. And so Jitsu wa actually...
僕生まれてこの方馬に乗って走ったことがないんだ。
So since I was born, like I've never galloped on a horse. So uma is horse. So uma ni notte, so riding a horse. Hashita koto ga nai. So hashiru is to run. So basically he's never like raced on a horse. He's never run on a horse. I'm sure he's ridden a horse, but not the kind of racing he needs to do.
これまでは部下の協力もあって父上や国民たちを欺くことができたがレースに出たらいよいよボロが出てしまう。
Okay, so until now I've had help from the people below me. We've been able to trick my father, who's the king, and the people. The keyword for trick is right here. Azamuku. But if I go to the race, that they will see the lie, basically.
だけど今回は僕の16歳の誕生日を祝う大切なレース出場しないわけにもいかずこれまでずっと頭を悩ませてきた。
So he's saying, だけど. But this time, it's for my 16th birthday. It's the celebration race for my birthday. I need to be in the race. Shutsujo, to appear in the performance or in the race. And then shinai wake ni mo ikazu means I must go to this race. Koremare zutto. So until now, I've always been worried by this. Yeah, atama, his head. So you can see his head being worried right there. And nice, we got some new words we added to our power level. Let's take a quick look at those and let's level up. So Midio, to fascinate, Buka, subordinate. And let's make our power level go up to 2238. Look at the bottom right, power level going up now. If you get the power level up emote, now is the time for some powering up hype.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
戦闘力は2238強くなったね。
そんな時君が現れたのだ。僕と同じ背格好をしている君がね。君こそ僕の影武者にふさわしい。
Nice. So at that moment when I was really worried, you appeared. 僕と同じ性格をしてる. So you have the same build as me. So you can become my Kagemusha. You might have heard this word. There's a movie by this name by Akira Kurosawa. It's a word from the kind of Warring States period. Because if you look at it, the second part, Musha, means warrior. The first part, Kage, means shadow. So put it together, shadow warrior. So basically the way it was used is at that time you'd have a general. If the general dies, the other side will win. So oftentimes there would be a Kagemusha, like a fake general, who would be made to look like the general, the same armor maybe. Maybe they're wearing a helmet, you can't see them that well. Maybe even like the same beard or something. And if they kill this Kagemusha, that it doesn't matter so much. They can still keep going on. The general is still alive. So now we might become this Kagemusha, this double. So yeah, this could be a good word to add to our power level, actually. We have the word Kage, shadow, I think, already. But Kagemusha could be a cool word to add to our power level, I think. And let's see our new words. I can maybe scroll that down so we can see more words as they come in. Nice.
影武者って言ったってレースに出たら一目でバレるだろ。どうやってごまかすんだ？
Okay, so you can say Kagemusha, but if you go to the race, people will, like, just looking once, secret will come out. So let's break that down. So hitome means just one glance, one look. Hito means one, me means I. and then de means so just doing that once, bareru. So it will come out. The secret will come out just with one look. So how will you trick them? どうやって? How?
心配ない。王族は身の安全を優先させるため鎧と兜を身につける。絶対にバレっこないさ。
So here we go. Just like I mentioned in the Warring States period, Kagemusha, here too. Anzen no tame. So because of Anzen, because they want him to be safe, this word here, he'll be wearing Yoroi to Kabuto. So helmet and an armor. And so it shouldn't come out. Ooh, I see a new word here for that one glance. Hitome. Looks good. Power level is rising.
頼む。一生のお願いだ。僕の代わりに僕のふりをしてレースに出場してくれ。頼む。
So please, this is like a once in a life type of request. So as my replacement, please pretend that you are me and go into the race. And he's assuming we're good at racing, which I don't see how he would even really know that. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Rude, konnichiwa. I like the game text uses spaces in some places. Yeah, it kind of helps you to break it down. It makes it a bit more readable, even though normally there aren't spaces in Japanese. Sometimes spaces or different punctuation is used to help parse the sentence more easily. So the main thing we're doing, we can see right here. So boku no furi. Furi is to kind of pretend. So boku no furi o shite. So pretend you are me and enter the race. Race ni shutsujo suru. Tanomu, please. So I see royalty there. Did we see this word royalty in the game? Anyone in chat know if we saw that? Because if we didn't see it, I don't know if we want to add that right now. But welcome on the fault line. Yokoso, Japanese Questaway. I don't remember seeing this in the dialogue. Did we see it? We normally add things from the dialogue. So we may not add that right now.
何それ、そんなのずるっこじゃん。こんな頼みを聞く必要ないわ。
And so she's saying, what? That's not fair. We don't need to listen to this request from this prince.
あれ、そんなこと言っていいの？虹色の枝が欲しいんじゃなかったっけ？
You can kind of hear with his tone what he's getting at here. He's saying, can you really say that? Because you really... Are you saying you didn't want this, the rainbow branch? You know, this branch from the tree of life that we're kind of looking for? And kind of interesting, this rainbow came up again. We just played last week Dragon Quest 1. The key item in the game was a rainbow droplet. And again, we're seeing this rainbow theme or motif appear in Dragon Quest. In this case, it's not a droplet, but Niji Iro no Eda. Eda is a branch, so a rainbow branch. Yeah, let's double check where we are with our power level. So I didn't see a comment about the Ozoku, the royalty one, so let's save that one for later. If it comes up in the game again, we can learn it. But these ones we did see in the game. So Kagemusha, body double. Interesting word. And then Hitome, a glance. One look. And our power level now is 2240. So yeah, thanks for adding the words. Sometimes I will veto a word, which in a way is good, because if the word's not there, we can learn it again. We can learn it even better. So taking words away can actually be a good thing. We can just learn that again. That much better. And I'll make mistakes sometimes, and I will not see the word in the game, so yeah, allow me to make those mistakes, and then we can just learn it better. It's a win-win. Saite. The worst. Have we learned this word? Saite, which basically means the worst. If not, we can add that to our power level. Learn one word, power level goes up by 1, and we have a new party member here too. Yokoso, Japanese Quest Away. You can see our new party member right here. And we have a few new party members today. Anyone else who's new, if you want to follow, you can become a party member as well. Yeah, we usually play a role-playing game. So like we have party members in the game, we have party members on Japanese Quest too. So join us. We can level up in Japanese. If you're studying English, we can level up in English. We can level up in the game. And as we learn new words, power level goes up. That's the goal. I'm a Japanese teacher. This is what we do. さあ、日本語で、英語で頑張ろう。
なんとでも言うがいい。手段を選んでる場合じゃないんだ。さあ、僕の代わりに出場してくれるよね。
Okay, so yeah, whatever you say, it doesn't really matter. This is not the time to be choosy. This phrase here is a little tricky, but shudan means like a method. So shudan o eranderu bai ja nai means this is not the time to be choosy with our methods, the time to be picky. Now is not that time. So will you appear in the race for me, is what he's saying. Yeah, it's linked on the Twitch page. If you look in the Twitch page where it says new words here, that one you can edit. The power level list is the one that you can't edit, but I update after each stream. So yeah, where it says new words here, I believe in the power up section on the Twitch page, you can see it there. If someone wants to link it here, you can do that too. And Roger, good to see you. Yeah, this game has a lot of things that help you. We played Dragon Quest 1 last week, and that game was pretty good for Japanese. This, though, is even better, because for one thing, they have voice. That helps a lot. A lot of voice lines. You want to hear those voice lines. Plus, they've got furigana, which also they did not have in Dragon Quest 1, which helps a lot. So this, you can kind of see the reading. That helps. The spaces, I think you had in an older game like Dragon Quest 1 too. All these different features can kind of help you. This is a pretty good first game in Japanese. Especially if you've played it in English, it could be a great first game in Japanese to try. Alright, so we're having to make a choice. So will we appear for him? Sometimes in chat, we do a vote. And you can only vote if you try to write it in Japanese. So hai means yes, you can write in chat there. So should we appear for him? You can say hai. Or should we not? You can say yeah, because he's being dishonest, whatever. Let's not do it. So again, what he's saying is sa. Boku no kawari ni. So in exchange for me, kawari means like a replacement. And then boku means me. And then shutsujo shite kureru yo ne. So will you go in the race for me? So we're getting a couple for ie. We're getting, I see one for height. We got another one for height. So which one do you want to vote for? Ooh, someone linked also the spreadsheet. Awesome. We can level up. Ooh, we got a new word too. Shudan method. We got another one for height. We got another couple for height, I think. So it looks like the highs are probably going to carry it. Which means height we should enter for him. Betrothed says, because it's always funny to say nah first. Betrothed says, fair enough. We got another one for ie. And then Memory says, hai, shutsujo shio. And Unlimited Rage, yokoso, Japanese Quest Away. You have joined our party members, so now you can vote as one of our party members if you'd like to. And I think we have another one for ie. Unlimited Rage works. Konnichiwa. Hello. It's pretty close, actually. But I think the height... The yes has won by a little bit, so let's do that. Hai, shio.
よかった。そう言ってくれると思ったよ。レースが無事に終わったら、虹色の枝の剣は父上に掛け合うと約束する。
Okay. I knew you would say that. So if the race goes well, or I guess he's saying buji ni owattara. So if it ends safely, I will talk to my father. I promise I'll talk to him. So yakusoku suru. I promise I'll talk to father, and I will, yeah. So ken means kind of the issue. So with the issue with this kind of rainbow branch, I will negotiate with my father. Sounds good.
今日は君たちのために宿を取ったから、そこで泊まってくといい。明日になったらレースハウスにある王族控室に来てくれ。
Okay, today, I got a hotel ready for you. So stop there. You can stay there. And then tomorrow, go to the race house, and there should be a royal... Ooh, I'm seeing this word now that someone wrote. So, I think before I probably just missed it, but now I see it. So now if someone wants to re-add that word, it means royalty basically, we can add that again. So in this case, it's Ozoku Hikaishitsu ni kite kure. So please come to this, the waiting room for the royalty. And yeah, I maybe didn't see it before, but now I am seeing it in game. So I'm guessing that we did see it in the text, and I just kind of missed it because this thing just kind of comes up a lot. And yeah, if you break that down, so O means king, the first kanji. The second kanji, zoku. It's used in things like kazoku, family, but also can mean like a tribe or a group. Zoku, useful word. Yeah, the cat's name is Griffin Sensei. And yeah, you can see Red Tyrant. There is an emote for Griffin Sensei as well. For people that subscribe to Japanese Quest. And by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Plus, as a bonus, it summons a dragon. Always good. So, yeah, welcome. Let's go.
レースハウスの入り口は城下町の西側だ。迷わないよう気をつけるんだぞ。それじゃ僕はこの辺で失礼するよ。
Okay, so I will leave you here. The race house you will find on the west side. So Nishi, west, Nishigawa, west side. And the west side of what? The west side of this this kind of castle town, Joukamachi. So be careful not to get lost. Mayo is to get lost, so Mayo and I yo kiyotsukerinda. So be careful not to get lost. Ooh, I see another nice word there too. So we got Ozoku royalty, and we also have a waiting room. Hikaishitsu. Let's kind of go to that power-up screen. And yeah, some good words there. But I think let's look at the verb that comes from too. Let me see here. Let's bring up our dictionary as well. Ooh, we got a new party member. Hot Grimmy, yokoso. So hikaeru. Hikaeru. And one word, common word. So yeah, it can be kind of to wait. It can also mean to kind of refrain from something, to not do something. Can mean in preparation for, waiting for. That's the way it's kind of used here. Why don't we learn that verb too if we haven't already? So with my Rikai-kun tool, I can just highlight this. This is a Google Chrome plugin called Rikai-kun. All I do is press C, copy to clipboard, and then just paste it. So we got that verb, and we've got the verb that it connects to for this waiting room word too. The kanji hikaishitsu. Shitsu means room, so it's basically a waiting room. Sweet, power level now up to 2245. The way we level up here on Japanese Quest is we level up with Japanese words. The goal, of course, over 9,000, which is about what you need for fluency in a language. Tsuyoku natta ne.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level has gone up, Nappa. Thanks for asking.
じゃあ
So, Akira tachi wa Fares Oji no Hakarai de Chokamachi no Yarara de Ichiya o sugosu koto ni shita. So we stayed one night at the inn with the plan of the prince here. そして夜が明けた and then night broke. いいね。おはようございます。昨夜はサーカスを見られたようですね。So you're able to see the circus last night, it looks like. So hopefully you had a good time there. さて、いよいよファレス杯が開催されます。So now it is finally time to have this this horse riding tournament. You can see the name of it. So hai here means cup. So it's kind of like the Ferris Cup. Joka machi mo masu masu nigiwatte masu yo. So it's getting more and more kind of lively in the city. Masu masu means more and more, and then nigiwa is to get lively. So Henri, yokozo, Japanese customary, welcome. Yeah, exactly. Tachi does usually make things plural, Red Tyrant. Exactly. You are correct on that. Okay, so next we're going to go find this... Yeah, that's where we're going to go. So we're going to go to this race house, the royal kind of waiting room. And we learned both those words there. Ooh, we have Masu Masu here. And probably we can use Kana on that, like they have Kana. Yeah, thanks for changing that to the Kana there. So more and more, Masu Masu. Looks good. Ooh, we got another party member. Sunday Roast. Welcome. Yeah, anyone joining? I'm a Japanese teacher. We learn Japanese from Japanese games. And we are powering up today because new words are being added here by our party members. If you want to become a party member, you can follow as well. Yeah, good comment, Red Tyrant. So yeah, here we go. Paddock no Nishi. So the west paddock, there's a building. Tatemono means building. So tatemono no rippa na heya desu yo. So there's a very nice room over there. Rippa means a nice room. Then heya means room. So yeah, be well on your journey. Cool. Then we will go over there. Let's see what this guy says again. Same thing. And no, I don't think we want to do that right now, so we'll say Yameru. But I wanted to talk to him one more time just to get review on what we saw. Your wife and kids! Everyone, your wife and kids, even if you don't have wife and kids, your wife and kids have now joined us on Japanese Quest, so welcome. I will take a quick break here. Anyone else who is joining us, feel free to follow. You can become a party member as well. Quick break here, and we will be back shortly on Japanese Quest. We will continue to level up in Japanese as we go. And if there's any new words you see right here, this is what we're about to do. So soon we will have this cup, this horse race coming up. Any new words we can add there, and so Japanese Quest will be back shortly. Let's show a short ad here, and then Japanese Quest will be back in maybe in about 6 minutes or so. Ja, ittekimasu. Japanese Quest will be back. Tadaima. Okay. Let's go. Okay, Japanese Quest is back. Let's see. Do we have some new words? Ooh, I see at least one new word appeared, I think. Sweet. Let's check and see what our current power level is. Headland, Lozinski, arigato. Ooh, Goofy movie. Good to see you, Goofy movie. Anyone seen the Goofy movie lately? I don't know if I've ever actually seen the Goofy movie, to be honest. Stellix! Yokoso! Japanese Quest to it. Welcome. Light, konnichiwa. And so these new words, we have our masamasu, which means increasing more and more. Rippa, it's a na adjective, so rippana. Splendid, fine, handsome, great. And now we have kaisai, which is like a verb, so you have kaisai suru, to hold an event. Looks good. Roger Banks says I've probably seen it once a year on TV. Is 15 years ago lately? Maybe for the Goofy movie, that could be kind of lately. Alright, so where are we? Power level rising. Look at the bottom right. Ooh, we're almost at a new benchmark. 2248, almost 2250. Ine.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
It's a good movie. Yeah, I should watch Goofy movie. I wonder, is there a Goofy movie version that we could find that's in Japanese? We can maybe watch a bit of it. Someone, if you want to look up Goofy movie in Japanese, there's a project. Okay, so here we go. The town is getting more and more lively, like we talked about already. And do we want to use the inn? We do not. Here we go. Goofy Moofy in Japanese. Juka Tibbs, konnichiwa. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the, they've got a lot of stuff in their store. I'm just wondering, is it possible they have the Goofy movie, like, tucked behind one of these barrels? If they do, it would probably be in Japanese. That's my thought. Unlimited Rage works. Does Unlimited Rage work? Is that like a statement of fact? Unlimited Rage works? Or is it more of a, like, works as like a company? Anyway, sorry. Sometimes I get lost in names. The back alley? Yeah, that's probably true. Back alleys might have Goofy movie. Okay, so where we're going. Let's review what we're doing. Very handy adventure guide here. Boken Gaido. So in this town, we are looking for the royal waiting room. Bozoku Hikaishitsu. Ni iki. So go there. And then this prince again, Oji ni hanashi kakeyo. So talk to the prince. Okay, Unlimited Rage works. I think that makes more sense than the way I was going with it, because I'm not actually sure if Unlimited Rage does work. But as it works, it might work. If you know what I mean. Okay, so where is that place then? Probably it's the pink thing, right? Kochi kana? Sa, ikimashou. Let's see what these people are talking about. Yo ne. Ooh, have we learned this word yet? If not, that could be a good time to add to our power level. So finally, it's the time for the race. People are getting excited. And she's saying, the prince. Farise-sama ga. And then the ... He is going to race, he's going to be kakui, something like that. I guess we can talk to her, but not her. Is that right? Oh no, we can talk to both. いよいよファレス杯ついに生まれかける王子様の勇ましいお姿が見られる。So we can see his gallant yeah, his gallant sugata, the way he looks on the horse galloping. They're looking forward to it. Let's talk to her too, maybe. So you saw the circus with the prince. Did he say something about us? ねえねえ、それなら私たちのこと何かおっしゃってなかった？ Nope, he did not. そのこと聞いてない。もう気が利かないんだから。次にお会いしたらちゃんと聞いてね。So I guess they're wanting us to ask about them for him. Anyway, don't think that we need to worry about NPCs too much in this game. Talking to the prince. Can you pet the dog in this game? Ooh, you can. I thought you couldn't. Is that like a new thing to the game? The hand is not quite petting them though. もう少し. Okay, it looks like we're petting him from that angle. There we go. So yeah, they don't have cat petting, which I do not approve of. They do have dog petting, which is good. And I also noticed, like, we played Dragon Quest 1. In that game, you look in the pod. In this game, you pick up the pod, automatically break it. That's what we like to see. Koko wa race house da. So this is the race house. I think that's where we need to go, right? Yeah, words. It's definitely... I mean, you can pet the dog. It's just... It's not a perfect pet animation, but I think we can appreciate that. Zoggy Zoggy, yokoso. Japanese customer, welcome. Ooh, check out these horses. Looking good. Mite kudasai. So please look. Ogui no mua. So this horse here... Mogu Pakun. I'm not sure who this is. It's some name. No kanoshisou na yosu o mitteru kochi made kokoro ga itaku natte kimasu yo. So yeah, even I get sad looking. So yeah, what is this name? The horse's name, maybe. So the horse looks sad, I guess. Mr. Konnichiwa, yokozo, Japanese customer. So yeah, a few keywords we could learn here. Kanashi, sad. Uma, of course, horse is a keyword here. Ooh, we got some new words here in our power level. Let's take a look. So yo-yo. It can mean more and more, or it can mean finally as well. It kind of means like at last in this game that we're seeing. Yeah, I'm trying to pet the horse. Seems like you can't pet the horse. At least not from behind the fence. So I think this is the prince here. Tabu. Oh, no, it's not the prince. So, Faresu-sama dattara. So if you're looking for Ferris, the Prince Ferris, Koko no Ozoku Senyo no Hikai Shitsu ni irasharu zo. So if you're looking for the prince, he is in here, I think, in this waiting room. Again, we saw this word for waiting room, Hikai Shitsu. Haite mo yoi ga. So you could enter. Yeah. Sosou no nai yo ni na. So this little bit here, I'm not totally sure what's going on there. In chat, feel free to say what's going on there. Sometimes in Japanese, like I'm a Japanese teacher, but there's still stuff that I don't know 100% of everything. I was not born in Japan. And that's good. If you don't know stuff, that's good. That means it's time to learn something. That's why I do this channel partly, because there's still plenty to learn for everyone. Even if you're Japanese, you got stuff to learn. And yeah, this Sosou no Nai, I've not really seen before. Have you seen that one? Let's look at the dictionary for fun. See if we can figure that out. And sometimes if you can't figure it out or if you don't want to look it up, it's fine to just keep going with that anyway. So it seems like it might be using this carelessness. So Sosou no Nai would mean like, don't be careless. Something along those lines, because Nai means the negative. Yeah, and now looking at it, I do think I've seen that before. But as you can see, it's not marked common. Not something we're going to add to our power level list, but in any case, seems like that's in the right direction. Let's keep going. So go in here. And yeah, I recommend if you're playing a game in Japanese, there'll be plenty that you don't know. Yeah, that's my sense of it, Light. And so if you read something like this, if you don't know anything that's going on in a Japanese game, it's kind of fine. Like when I first started playing Japanese games, I knew the game really well. I was playing Final Fantasy X, and I didn't understand most of it. So it wasn't just like one thing like that. It was like, I literally, everything you see, I didn't understand. But over time, like certain things I might pick up, like you see this word again and again, Oji. It means prince. Maybe you look it up. You can at least know one word. You can at least know prince, or maybe you just know this kanji. O, which means king. So you're talking something about kings. Ah, Ozoku, it's the royal waiting room. And slowly you can start to build up more words that you know. It's okay at first to not know almost anything. You can just kind of guess, and maybe you know like 20%. You can keep going, but the key is you get more used to it. Eventually you're up to 30%, eventually 40%, and then eventually you get up to a place where you can understand most of it. Yeah, Albed in Japanese was a bit confusing. Albed's confusing even in English, obviously. Or, because it's not English, it's Albed. So can we enter here then? Let's try. So Prince should be here. Yeah, exactly. The more you read, the more you get used to it, and the more you start to pick up patterns. You just start to get used to it, even if you don't know anything. It's just how our brains work. You start to notice the patterns, kind of like making a puzzle. At first it looks totally random. Eventually, the pieces start being put together. Ah, yokatta. Akira-san janai ka. So, great, it's you. By the way, my name is Akira Sensei. I'm a Japanese teacher. And so he's calling us Akira here. And then, yeah, if you didn't come, I don't know what I would do. So thank you. Kansha suru. So thank you for coming. So I see a question. I mean, in the English version, the letters were converted into other, with the same with hiragana. Yeah, I think it was pretty much the same. For the albed, each different albed thing just was like a different kana. Like, for example, some albed thing would be wa. So just instead of letters, it was kana, hiragana. Sate, mamonaku. So now it's about time for the race to start. Boku no kawari ni レースに出場してくれば So if you enter the race for me 約束通り虹色のエラの剣を父上にかけ合う So if you do it as promised I will talk to the king for you about the rainbow branch. さあ、レースに出場する準備はいいかい So are we prepared for the race? I think we might be. Is there anything we need? 大丈夫かなI'm going to say, hi, I think we are ready. And it sounds like in the comments here, so Roger's saying, yeah, let's race. In the comments here, I'm noticing, so this is me at 11 playing Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII could be a good game to play in Japanese first, too. Mayhem, yokoso, Japanese quest to it. When I was taking English lessons. So yeah, games can be good to learn English, good to learn Japanese. Basically, it can just be a really good way to get used to the language, because really, learning a language is sometimes not so much about learning it, it's just getting used to it. And as you get used to it, your brain starts to just learn it automatically. What you need is that exposure, and you need it consistently. And you need it in kind of a fun and light way, and video games are a pretty good way to do that. So, are we junbi? Are we ready? We see this word for preparation again. Junbi wa ikai. Are you ready? We will say hi. Yosh. Sasaga wa boku ga mikonda otoga da. So as expected of the person I have such high hopes for, dewa. Mazu, samare o ozoku no yoroi to kabuto o mi ni tsukete morau. So I will first have you wear the armor and the helmet. Yoroi, armor. Kabuto, helmet. And not just any armor or helmet, they are the royal. Ozoku no yoroi to kabuto. We can wear that. Nani, shinpai nai. So what? Don't worry. Kimi no seikakko nara. So with your build, you will look just like me. So boku to sokuri. So sokuri means looks just the same. So our builds are just the same. This could be a word that we add here. We have another couple of words. So shutsujo, to appear in the event. We have Mikomu. Ooh, let's look that one up actually. So we have a couple new words there, and then this could be one too. Sokuri ni naru, to look the same as someone else. Let's go to our power level up screen. Let's see some new words here. And so what do we see? So we have Senyo, which means exclusive. So we had an exclusive royal room that we went to. We have Shutsujo suru, to appear somewhere or to participate. We have Mikomu, to anticipate or to count on someone like he's counting on us. And here we have Sokuri, which means it can look pretty much just the same. Let's look that one up in the dictionary too. So exactly like, just like, spitting image of, and can be all together entirely as well. And 3-word, common word, good words to add. Which word here is build? Ah, yeah, you can see it there. Seikakko. Let's take a look. We can look that one up too. Stature, height, size, physique. Notice it's not marked as a common word. So if you did kakko by itself, it probably would be. Which means shape, form, figure, appearance, situation. This is a word you see a lot. And I'm not sure if we've learned this word. Let's check if we have. We have not. So let's add that. And then we do want the kakko u with the u. That's the standard one. For some reason, it did the non-standard without the u. So let's fix that. And then let's do back. And let's, even though this one is not so common, let's add it. Because that first kanji can mean back or spine or like height or stature. For example, Seiga Takai means tall. You might have learned that from the Genki book, for example. But let's add this here too. So kakko, shape, form, and then kind of like your height shape is your stature. So seikakko. There we go. Power level's gone up a lot to 2255. 強くなったね. Yeah, good question.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level rising. And I think we said height. We are ready. Akira は王子から受け取ったサマリオ族の鎧と兜を身につけた. So we have worn the armor, the royal armor, the royal helmet. Silius Sodas. I like the name. Yokoso. Welcome to Japanese Quest. So Sunday Rose says, sorry my question's got a bit lost, but the Janaika after a name, like Akira-san Janaika. Is this an aren't you kind of thing? Yeah, it is an aren't you kind of thing. It's like, ooh, isn't that Akira Sensei? Yeah, you're exactly right. And it's often used in that way. So a lot of times you have an ending in Japanese that looks negative. It's not negative. It's just kind of like, isn't it kind of thing. And yeah, Silius, welcome. You can see Griffin Sensei in the corner there. Griffin was mentioned, so if you can maybe get some Griffin Sensei hype in the chat if everyone's got that emote. Now is the time. Oh! Bachiri. Niyatte janai ka. So again, we just mentioned that, but here again we see this Janaika at the end. Take a look. And here, he's saying, ooh, that looks really good on you, doesn't it? So niao means to look good on someone. So yeah, it looks pretty much perfect on you. Kore nara masaka betsujin datta wa daremo omowanai. So no one will think you're a different person. What's the word for different person? Betsujin. Break it down. Betsu means different. Jin means person. Betsujin, different person. We are a different person, but now with this armor, we look the same. We got some hype in the chat. Arigato. Griffin Sensei appreciates the Griffin hike. The Griffin hype. Did I say Griffin hike? I guess we're on a Griffin hike. A journey with Griffin Sensei through Japanese games. Let's go. Sate, sorosoro faresu hai ga hajimaru zo. So soon now, it is about time for the race to begin. So sorosoro is a good word. It means it's about time for something. For example, if you're visiting a friend, you could say, sorosoro kaerimasu ne. It's about time for me to go home. In this case, the verb is hajimaru, to begin. So the race is about to begin. Ii ka? Heya no soto ni uma ga youi sareteru kara sono uma ni notte. So get on that horse that's out there in the room out there. And yeah, go to the paddock. What's a paddock? I don't really know. Even in English, I don't really know what a paddock is. Anyway, go to the paddock. I guess it's like a race type of place where horses are. I don't know. Anyone know what a paddock is? Please tell us. And sono mama oku ni susumeba reisu ni tsuku. If you keep going inside, you will get to the racetrack. So thank you. We got a horse expert. We got a paddock expert. I knew we would. It's where they keep the horses. Sounds good. See, we can learn English. We can learn Japanese. We can level up in many ways on Japanese Quest. In cat-related ways as well. Yeah, I think that's the basic idea. An enclosure in which horses are saddled and mounted. Ooh, nice. Sounds good. We got some horse experts. Paddock is a small field or enclosure where horses are kept and exercised. According to Google, nicely done. Arigato. Anyone watching in Japanese? Or who's Japanese who's learning English? You can learn about paddocks. Trust me though, you probably won't need it so much. Let's go. So after the race ends, so ato means after. Shiro no chika ni aru. So in the basement of the castle, there is a passage. So tsuro de. So at this passage, machiawase o shio. So let's meet there. Sokore matta irekawaru teiyu nagare. So then yeah, let's switch again there because he has to switch back into the armor to pretend that he did the race. Yeah, what we do here on Japanese Quest, we learn about horse races, paddocks, saddles, spurs, all these important horse-related things. We level up by learning horse-related facts. That's what we do here in Japanese Quest. Or, I mean, horse Japanese Quest. I don't know, let's just go. Let's do a horse race. Sa, kimi wa mo samari no oji dakara na. So yeah, you are the prince now. Kuregure mo reisu tanonazo. So I leave the race to you. And yeah, do a race befitting of a prince. That's what I hope for. A couple keywords. Kitaisuru, to hope for. And then oji ni fusawashi. So befitting or appropriate for a prince. Fusawashi, appropriate. Oji, prince. And then hashiri is kind of a race or a galloping. Show me a race that's worthy of a prince. Ooh, I see some new words too in our level up screen. Let's see some of those words. Let's go back to our level up screen. We can level up right before our race here. And what are those new words? So yeah, these ones we saw in the game. So Betsujin, different person. Again, break it down. Betsu means different. For example, you can say even in Betsu Betsu means like separate bags. Often at stores, I think you can say like if you want to pay separately with a friend at a restaurant, you can say Betsu Betsu, I believe. So tsudo, passage, good word, and then kitai. Really, is that a new word? Huh. I'm kind of surprised we didn't have that word already. Okay. And then yeah, so kitai suru means to hope for. Looks good. Power level is now 2258. Let's make that power level go up. Look at the bottom right. We've been powering up a lot more here than we were in Dragon Quest 1. Simply there's a lot more language in kind of newer games. A lot more grinding in older games.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level rising, Nappa. Thanks for asking. Okay, so we find the horse. I think that's how we start. We've got the armor now. Check it out. Looking good.
Yo.
So I think we need to find his horse now. It's telling us in the adventure guide. So Oji no uma ni notte. So ride the prince's horse. Take a look. Oji, prince. Oji no uma. Oji's horse. Uma ni notte. So ride the horse. And go to the race course. And then go to the race. Let's do it. Yeah, Goku's been studying. Goku is on a journey. So he is studying the kanji for journey. Yeah, if you go to our power-up screen, you can see that. See, Goku, he's not that good at kanji. It takes him a long time to learn just this one kanji. He's working on it in his super gravity chamber. And we're kind of in our chamber too, leveling up when we're on this screen. Yeah, we did a Dragon Quest 1 playthrough last week. If you want to see it, the VODs are now on Twitch. Soon I'll put the VODs up on YouTube as well. But they're not up on YouTube yet.
Vegeta, What does the scouter say about his power level?
Okay, I think fourth brick. Welcome. This looks like our horse here. That must be it. So this guy, good. It's working. He thinks we're the prince. Probably shouldn't talk to everyone because we're pretending we're the prince. But he's saying, Oji-sama, Prince. I don't feel like reading his whole name. Just, I recommend when you play Japanese games, read out loud the parts you want to, read the parts you want to. You can skip certain parts. It keeps the pace a bit better. Gojunbi ga totonotta you desu ne. So it seems like you got your, it seems like you're all ready. So junbi again, preparations. Mamonaku reisu ga hajimarimasu. So soon the race will begin. So the race will begin. I'm going to take a quick break here. Breaks, very important when you're learning a language. Breaks important too when you're streaming. So I will be back shortly. Japanese Quest will continue, and I will be right back. If there's any new words, we can add some of these new words to our power level. These words are fair game. So let's power up when we come back. Let's power up maybe even on break. Japanese Quest will be back. Itadakimasu. Tadaima. Okay, let's see. Looks like genuine cat cam. Yeah. Yeah, it was genuine cat cam, but it is a video on a loop. What Coffee Worm said is correct. Unfortunately, Griffin Sensei did pass away. But he's still here because he's still on this journey. He's still in the game. So let's go and let's show him what a horse race is like. It's time for a horse race. Sa, ikimashou. So they got a great horse ready for us. So let's get on our horse and let's go inside. Let's do it. And by the way, anyone remember in chat, like, do we have to win this race for any reason? Because I don't think I'm going to win. Kagebushi, konnichiwa. そうですね。俺の名前はAkira です。Yeah, you can call me Akira or Akira Sensei. All that works. My name is Akira. Let's do it. People are saying, yeah, exactly. That's why it doesn't really matter cats, whether the cats are looped or not. If you think about cats, cats are basically looped in the way they act anyway. They do the same stuff always, forever pretty much. So we don't have to win. Good. So everyone is new, welcome. Yokoso, Japanese Castaway. Sa, ikimashou. They're saying, Oji-sama, ganbatte kudasai. Do your best. We will. Where do we go? Here, probably? Yeah, that looks right. I think we're ready to go. Let's see if I can remember how to dash. Looks like ZR. That might be important. Sa, ikimashou. Race no go junbi wa yoroshii deshou ka? Are we ready for the race? I think we are, but just for fun, because this is kind of a big deal, we can quick vote in chat. You can vote hai, meaning yes, or you can vote ie, because I don't know, maybe there's something we're supposed to do for ie. You can vote in chat. What shall we do? Ore wa ganbarimasu. I will do my best. We will see. We have hai. We have another height. 2 votes for height. We will vote for ie. We will vote for height. Any other votes? Because I don't know, maybe there's something we're supposed to do, like talk to more people. I really don't know. So it's looking like the highs will win out. Height, meaning yes, let's do the race. Because it's saying Junbi wa yoroshii deshou ka? Is your preparations ready? Got 2 more for height. So I think we're down to 5 height. If nothing else today, someone joining, you will learn the word for yes and no in Japanese. Height. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, sasuga oji-sama desu. Dewa, ganbatte kudasai ne. So as expected of the prince, do your best. Let's do it. Arigato, ganbarimasu.
ファーリスはいという我が王子の
So it seems like he's kind of messing up his speech, but anyway, nice day for a race.
ファーリス様が来たわよ。
The prince has come. Ikuzo, let's do it.
ファーリス様
かっこいい. So I guess we're pretty cool in our armor. They all think it's the prince, so we are tricking them. Good.
イエーイ。
頑張れよ。
すごい歓声じゃない。さすがは騎士の国の王子様ね。
So a really great cheer for the prince, as expected, of the prince of the country of knights.
あたしシルビアっていうの。騎士の一人が怪我しちゃって代わりに参加することになったのよ。
So I am... What was the English name again? Silvando, but I think it's in Japanese here. Shirubiya. And so one of the knights got injured, so I'm gonna participate in his... in place of him.
王子様だからって手加減しないわ。正々堂々勝負しましょうね。
So just because you're a prince doesn't mean I'm gonna go easy on you. Let's have a fair battle. Seisei dodo means basically fair and square. And then shobu is like a game or a match. So seisei dodo shobu shimashou ne. So let's battle it out fair and square. I'm guessing they might have some like tutorial here. I don't think I want to read all this really, because it's too much tutorial stuff. I think we're just going to do our best. So the basic idea though, it seems like ZR, press ZR button, dash, you can dash. Press the Y button, komori o kikesemashou. So yeah, I think then you can kind of like go turn on more sharp turns. So Q means like sharp, and then kabu means a curve. So in sharp curves, you want to use Y, okay? And as you run, stamina goes down. If you get these things, I think, that are green, Midori iro no Uzu. I said I wasn't going to ring all this, but it is kind of important. So Uzu is like a whirlpool. So if you get these green whirlpools, then your stamina will go up. That's what you need to do. Let's do it. Oh no, that's bad. Not a great start. Oh, so you can hold it down, it seems. I was just kind of pressing it. Not looking so good. Ganbarimasu. Yeah, I remember in this game you need to do some races to unlock certain things. And I did do that before when I played through this game a long time ago, but definitely not an expert in this race game, as you are seeing here. Looks like we're not going to win. Oh well. 残念ですね。でも、頑張った。Oh well. It's all good. The prince wouldn't have done any better. Arigato. Third place is better than last. I think winning that first race is probably pretty challenging without a knowledge of the races. Domo domo.
でかしたぞ。相当馬の扱いに慣れてるな。あそこまで走れるとは思わなかったよ。
So yeah, it looks like you're pretty used to riding. I didn't think you'd ride that well.
さあ変わってくれ。これからみんなの前に出ないといけない。今度は僕が馬に乗る番だ。
Okay, now it's my turn to ride the horse, and yeah, let's switch. He's got to kind of be in front of everyone still.
君のおかげで助かったよ。虹色の枝の剣は僕が何とかしよう。それじゃまた後で。
So because of you, I was saved. Let's break that down a bit. So kimi no okage de. So okage de. So because of you, tasukatta. I was saved. And so now when it comes to this the rainbow branch, I will somehow take care of it. Nantoka shio means I'll somehow take care of it. それじゃあまた後で。Okay, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, if they had Mario Kart controls, that would have been a bit better. I used to play quite a bit of Mario Kart back in the day. So, こうして勇敢な走りを見せたファレス王子は表彰され、サマリ王国中の人々から声援を受ける。Okay, so he was praised by all of the people in the country, having showed his gallant riding. Looking good. So it seems like we pulled it off. So I see a question about katakana. We actually get a lot of questions about katakana. So there's a katakana command. Sorry, can't speak. There's a katakana command if someone wants to do it. ! Katakana. But basically the gist of it is katakana is used a lot, sometimes in games just to make things more readable. So it's pretty common to use katakana for names and for just other different words. So yeah, there's the katakana. Sometimes used for emphasis, ease of reading, style, sound effects, old video games, robot speech, plants and animals. The list goes on. In other words, many reasons katakana is used. So if you see it sometimes, it's probably just another one of those reasons. So we've come this far. It seems like everything's okay. 大丈夫だろう。
ありがとう。君のおかげで面目を保てたよ。早速虹色の枝のことだが。
Okay, so because of you, I was able to keep my honor. Menboku is kind of like honor. And then, so as for the thing about the branch...
Ah! 騎士の国のお坊ちゃん、さっきの走りやるじゃない。私感動しちゃったわ。
So I was moved. I was moved by your writing. Good word here, to be moved. 感動する. He was moved by what he saw. Eh?
何よ、がっかりだわ。せっかくいいレスができたと思ってたのに、入れ替わってズルしてたのね。
So I'm disappointed. Just when we had a good race, I see that you're cheating by switching here. So gakkari, to be disappointed. It's kind of the key feeling here. You can see it on his face too.
なんだよ、あなたに何がわかるんだ。王子が馬に乗れないなんてバレたら国民たちの期待を裏切ることになるんだぞ。
So what do you know? If they found out that I couldn't ride a horse, I'd be betraying the hopes of the people. Ooh, really? I cannot believe we haven't learned that word for to be moved. Kando suru. But yeah, maybe not. Let's go to our level up screen quick. Check some of these words. And that word yoroshi. Let's type that into our dictionary. Because we saw that before. I'm curious if they'll have a kanji for it. So yoroshi, good, very well, common word, N3 word. If we have it already for the kanji, then we don't need to add it, but we'll just see. Okay, well in the game we had just kana, so yeah, it looks like we can leave that. Let's delete the one I put here. And then kando suru to be moved. And also we have mabonaku, which means before long. You'll hear that a lot on trains in Japan. Sweet, power level is now 2261. Let's make that go up. Look at the bottom right. Power level is now rising. Sentou ryoku wa 2261. 強くなったね。
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Power level is rising.
全員が嫌な気持ちにならないためにこうしてるだけだ。これで全てが丸く収まるんだから問題ないだろう。
So yeah, we're only doing this to protect the feelings of everyone. So they don't specifically have a bad feeling. How do you say bad feeling? So iya kind of means like bad. So iya na kimochi. So people don't have a bad feeling, we are doing it this way. What's wrong with that? It's all settled. Mondai nai daro. So there should be no problem. So mondai is problem, mondai nai, no problem. And yeah, it's all about what the people, it's all about the people. Kokumin. The people. Yep, the goal is, well, at least in theory, the goal is over 9,000, which is what you need for fluency in a language. Conveniently, over 9,000 is pretty much what you need to be fluent reading, speaking a language. So that's the goal. We'll see how far we get, but we've gone pretty far already. And so yeah, we have kokumin, which means the people, and we have zenin, which means everyone. And that's really what we're doing it for, to save everyone, or at least that's what the prince thinks. So they're not disappointed. He might be right.
そうかしら。勝てない勝負でも正々堂々と戦うのが騎士道ってものではなくて。
So now he's talking about, he's kind of trying to get under the skin of the prince, because the prince, he's all about the way of the knight. So kishi is knight, and then you add do. Kishido is like kind of the way of the knight. You might have heard of bushido, the way of the warrior. It's like that, but for knights. And so he's saying like the true way of the knight is to fight even if you're gonna lose, to fight fair. Again, we see this. Seisei dodo to tatakao. So fight fair. Tatakao, to fight. So that word we probably learned. This word, maybe not. Seisei dodo, fair and square. We could add that. So to fight fair and square. AZ Real, yokoso, welcome. So we could add that, because this is kind of what being a knight is about. Sylveon is saying here. Seisei dodo. Fair and square. Yeah, that I don't know. Kagebushi is saying, is there Ninja-do, the way of the ninja? I haven't really heard that one. Ooh, nice, we have fair and square there. Seisei Dodo. We've powered up now with the power of fair and square. So we got that going for us.
黙れ僕はこの国の王子だぞ流れの旅芸人が王子である僕に騎士道を語るんじゃない
So he's saying, Damare! Shut up! Silence! This could be a word to add, by the way. Like, damaru is a verb meaning to be quiet, basically. And so I am the prince of this country. Not you. So you're just a traveling performer? Like, what are you talking to the way of the night to me? You are just a nagare no tabi geinin. Just a traveling performer. Oh nice, someone added that word there too. Damaru. To be silent, to say nothing. But in this case where he says damare, right here, he's basically saying be silent. Be quiet. Shut up.
王子様、失礼します。
Yeah, notice you have do, which means path. So you have shodo, kendo, bushido, kishido, the way of the night. So basically path is the way of these different things. Yeah, more or less is what that means. Okay, so enter after he kind of hit us.
北王様がお呼びでございます。ファーリス様の勇敢な走りに大変心を打たれたご様子です。
Okay, the king. He is calling you. He was moved by your brave riding, your gallant riding. Let's break that down a little bit. So specifically, what moved him? Yukon na hashiri. Yukon is kind of brave or daring, and then hashiri, our running or our riding. And then he was moved, another way to say moved, kokoro o utareta. So kokoro is heart, so his heart was struck by our riding. Not bad.
ああ、わかった。すぐに行くよ。
Understood. I'll go right away. So sugu means soon, and then iku to go, so sugu ni iku. I will go right away. Wakatta. Understood.
君には世話になった。虹色の枝の件は僕が何とかするから、後で玉座の間に来てくれ。
Okay, so thank you so much for your help. This phrase here, sewa ni naru, means basically thank you for your help. And then, so as for the rainbow branch, nantoka suru. I will do something about it. I'll take care of it. And then atode, so after, you can come to the Gyokuza no ma ni kite kure. So please come to the kind of throne room. Gyokuza means throne, and then ma can mean room. It's kind of a fun word, throne. I don't think we've learned that. Probably a good word if you watch Game of Thrones in Japanese. You can find it out there. They play it on Japanese TV. Let's look at our power-up screen. Let's just type in throne. That's not what we're looking for. So here's one way. But here's the one we saw in the game. And we've seen it a few times. Gyokuza, throne. Let's see if we have any If we just type in that word, let's see if there's more to it. TKX. Konnichiwa. Welcome. Welcome to Japanese Quest, and anyone else who is there, welcome. This is a channel where we learn Japanese from Japanese games, so right now we are powering up with the power of this throne that we're talking about. If you break it down, the first kanji means jewel or ball. The second kanji means seat. So put them together, a jeweled seat, that's a throne. So let's copy it. It's not marked common, but we've seen it so much in this game already. Let's add it. So here's all the words we learned so far. Wow, we're getting up there. So Yukon, brave, nice. Damaru, to be quiet, and now we have Gyokuza, throne. We've powered up with the power of throne, and our power level is now 2267. Tsuyokunatta ne.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power?
And yeah, you're right, Kagebushi. We use Rikai-kun for that. It's a Google plugin. Recommend it.
あなたの走りとってもしびれたわ。またどこかで会ったらよろしくね。
So your writing, I was really impressed with your writing. Professor Boof, we got a professor among us. Yokozo, Japanese Quest Away. Welcome to Japanese Quest. And let's... Yeah, we will meet again. Sweet, we got a new title. Samurai Kokure no Umaresu ni. Farisoji ni kawatte, so in place of the prince, Sadankashi, we participated in the race. Yukon ni Hashiri nuita mono ni okurareru shogo. So this is a title given to those who raced gallantly. Farisoji no Kagemusha. And we see this word we learned. Kagemusha means double. Kage means shadow, and then Musha means warriors, like a shadow warrior. Like in the Warring States, the Sengoku period in Japan. Not bad. Ooh, what do we have here? Ooh, we get a title for getting 10 titles. Get 10 or more titles, you get this title. Okay. Let's review where we're going. So, Boken Gaido Adventure Guide, Samarijo Nikai. So the second floor, so Kai means floor. Second floor of the castle, Gyokuza no ma ni iko. So go to the throne room, second floor. Yeah, your name is very close to Kagemusha, isn't it? But your name is kind of close to also Kagebunshin, which is kind of like a shadow copy, like in Naruto, Kagebunshin no Jutsu. Because Bunshin is a copy, so it's kind of close to that as well. TKS, konnichiwa. So yeah, Nihongo kekko jouzu desu ne. Hai. Nihongo no kyoshi desu kara ne. So yeah, I'm a Japanese teacher, so my Japanese is pretty good, pretty good. I've read about 200 books in Japanese, and I've taught Japanese for a number of years. In high school, junior highs, some college, some various immersion camps and things. So if you're into that kind of thing, learning Japanese from Japanese games, that's what we do here. So welcome. Yep, I'm a Japanese teacher, so what we do here, we teach Japanese from Japanese games. That's what we do. And the reason we do it, I like teaching in the classroom, but I prefer to teach in a way that is a bit more fun. And games is one way that's a bit more fun. For one thing, you don't have language all the time. You can kind of just play the game. Sometimes you don't even have to... Like, anytime you can forget you're using the language, that's in a way the best way to learn the language. You're just having fun with the language. That's the key. When you do that, when you forget you're being exposed to the language, you do that, you do it every day, that's how you really learn the language. So that's what we do here. Oh yeah, Kagebushi, then your name is probably not from that. So Lazinski says, I've read 3 books in Japanese. That's really good. For a long time, I read no books in Japanese. I've only been reading books in Japanese for about 6 years now. Even though I actually taught Japanese before that even. So yeah, anyone in chat, feel free to ask questions about Japanese. People in chat can answer. We have a great learning community here. We have a great community of learners and teachers as well. I'm a Japanese teacher. There's other Japanese teachers in chat too, oftentimes. In a way, everyone's a Japanese teacher in my opinion. If you're here, you probably have something you can teach, something you can learn. We can all learn and kind of teach together. Cilia says, 200? Yeah, I've read 200 books in Japanese. Manga I don't count as books. I've read some manga, not so many manga though. I read 3 volumes of Detective Conan. The first 3 I've read probably around 10 or so volumes of One Piece. So President says, I just heard about Anki and see there are many great merit. Are there tips I should know before I get started? Yeah, Anki is great for building up vocab in Japanese. And I'm sure people in chat can give you tips. And yeah, I am a Japanese teacher. I've been a Japanese teacher for a number of years. And there's the castle, so I think we do want to go there eventually. So some good suggestions for Anki. Don't do too many flashcards in a day. Yeah, what I recommend, I guess, is finding the system with Anki that works for you. Different things work better for different people. So Kelv says there, I use Anki for learning German. I have one deck for certification, another for words I learned for gaming. I suggest you make your own decks because when writing, you learn as well. Yeah. Right. Welcome. President says, what's the best way to get started? Like, are there already made sets I can download, or do I need mostly to make my own? You can do both. You can do which one seems to work better for you. A lot of people recommend making your own decks. I kind of found for me, a combination was good. Like, I kind of liked the speed and just the kind of the time saving of having a deck that was made with a lot of the words you just need to know. And then maybe making one for some words you pick up as you're gaming or reading online. I did that too. And Sunday Rose says, I'm struggling a bit parsing understanding longer sentences. Do you have any tips? Or just keep exposing yourself to Japanese? Really, it is what you said. Keep exposing yourself to Japanese. But then looking at a grammar guide for certain grammar points can help too. Some people earlier were mentioning the Take Kim grammar guide helps some people. The explanations in the Genki textbook series might help some people. Just Googling a given grammar point might help. So yeah, one of the best pre-made decks for vocab is the one mentioned down there. Core 2K, Core 6K. The reason it's one of the best, it's the core 2,000 words you need. It's also got full sentences. It's got voice, too, from native speakers. So that's a pretty good one. And they put best in quotes. And I'm glad they put it in quotes because It's one of the best, that's for sure. But there's other good ones too. It's hard to say what is the best. It kind of depends on what your needs are too. And yeah, there are on-key apps. I think you need to pay for one for, By the way, thank you for subbing a dragon. Subscribe, arigato. Thank you very much for the subscription. A president has summoned a dragon. I think that's something that good presidents always do. They summon dragons. It always helps with your national defense if you summon dragons. And anyway, where were we? But yeah, this is good advice here. So the best system really is the one that you use. That goes for Anki, that goes for grammar, that goes for whatever way you're learning Japanese or anything. The one you use consistently will end up being the most helpful. Because really a lot of different systems can be good. So find what works for you, do it consistently, do it every day if you can. That's the key. Exposing yourself consistently, I often say, mainichi mainichi, every day, every day. And yes, a dragon was summoned. Dorago no shoukan shimashita. Yeah, you can summon dragons if you subscribe, or if you can, if you have Amazon Prime, you can summon dragons for free. That's another option. So yeah, good discussion in chat. Anta, mitakai. So yeah, did you see the Prince race? Yeah, he did a race worthy of being the best racer. Did she see the race? We got third place. We didn't do that well. So yeah, I've been watching races since I was born. And yeah, I'm not wrong. Style counts in racing. Yeah, it could be that my style was the best. Thank you. Thank you. That could be. So next time, we are going to go into the throne room. I think we will end stream there today. So I will say, ja, matane. I will write matane next time. See you next time on the door here, because next time we'll be going in that door. We'll talk to the king, we'll talk to the prince, and we'll see if we can get that branch too. So ja, matane. We will continue streaming the same time tomorrow. If anyone wants to continue the discussion about resources, things like that on Discord, you can do that. Let's link the Discord in the chat, because people are talking about different resources like Anki. You can discuss that stuff on Discord too. So let's link that, ! Discord. Let's see. So there's a link to the Discord. If you want to follow the Twitter, I post resources there too. And there's good discussion sometimes there on Twitter as well. Pretty good Japanese community both on Discord and Twitter. So check those out. So I will say, ja, matane, see you next time. Who shall we host today? We like to always host another Japanese teacher. Or a Japanese learner. Because we spread and we power up Japanese, not just on this channel, but on Twitch, in the world in general. At least that's our goal. So let's see who's streaming Japanese right now. Ooh, nice. So this person who was here at our stream the other day, they are right now streaming. Let's raid them. Japanese streamer, awesome streamer.
The first contact.
They play retro games.
Open the door on a new.
So let's host this person. Let's do it. And then let's say hello from Japanese Quest. They've got quite a few viewers, 127, so who knows, some other people might follow us back. We can learn Japanese from some of them if they're Japanese. Let's start the raid now. And let's go. Ja, matane. See you next time. Japanese Quest will continue tomorrow the same time. And we'll continue to level up in Japanese. See you next time. Ja, matane. Japanese Quest will continue.